Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we've got December favorites. And if my makeup and outfit looks familiar to you, it should, because I am power filming. Now with the puppy in my life, I have very little time to myself. So I'm trying to film as much as I can. So anyway, let's just get into this video. All right, first I've got a primer and a foundation that I have been pretty much using non-stop, of course, except for today. I decided to just change it up and use something different. But I have been loving this ever since I got it, probably mid-month. But this is the CHANTECA Ultra Sun Protection Sunscreen SPF 45 Primer. This is that super liquidy one that I just love. It goes on kind of oily and greasy, if you watched my CHANTECA try on haul video. It goes on like really kind of oily feeling, but it absorbs and dries down so beautifully, almost like a velvety finish. It's so strange because it does still feel very moisturizing, yet it still feels kind of velvety. It's so weird. It has this sort of really cool, like smoothing effect to the skin. It's a really special primer. If you can get your hands on a sample of this, I would definitely suggest that. Give this a shot because I think it's going to be surprising to you. So anyway, I've been using this quite a bit, and thankfully it has the SPF 45 in there because you guys know I'm not a fan of SPF. So that's been working out for me really well. And in conjunction with the CHANTECA Just Skin Tinted Moisturizer, which also has an SPF, but of 15, I've been loving it. I've been loving this combination. I've been loving this alone. On the few days that I've worn this alone, it's great. I have it in the shade Vanilla. I also use it in the shade Glow. Vanilla is the one that's a little bit lighter, and I just sort of use it all over my face, and it's just great. It's great. It has a very kind of it's like a light to medium coverage. I just use my fingers, I rub it in. It's gorgeous. I think you guys have seen me use this at least a couple times now. So, been loving this combo. So this has been like my precious baby this past month. This is the SISLEY bronzer, and I feel like I've talked about this a lot recently, but I don't think this was in my last month's favorites because I don't think I had it yet at that point. Maybe I did. Anyway, even if I did, doesn't matter. I've been loving it this past month. I can't get enough of it. I think it's just so beautiful. It gives you the most amazing glow. So one of my viewers actually commented that they thought it was too light or that it was too sheer, that they tried it and they put it on their skin and they just didn't see anything. But it builds fairly quickly. So I feel like if you want to just, lightly dust a powder on and walk away and be gone and be done, this is not it. I put it on, kind of all over. I'll use my Tom Ford bronzer brush. I'll use it all over. I'll see a little bit and then I dip it in again and I just layer it on one more time and it's like, yes, I see it. And then if I just want a little bit more bronzer in some other areas, I'll go in a little bit more, like maybe under the cheekbones, maybe across my nose or something. If I really want a sun-kissed kind of look and glow, you do have to kind of layer this product, but it is so worth it. It is just absolutely gorgeous. This is like one of those liquid formulas that's been dried down into a powder, so it, I've said this before, it just melts into the skin. It just gives you such a natural glow. It's what I have on my skin today, and I feel like if I took off my makeup, you would see the difference. You'd be like, oh, okay, that made such a difference. Like she actually looked alive and healthy versus half dead. This has been a real godsend because I haven't been getting much sleep. So as for blush, I've been reaching for two all month. I think this is pretty much all I've been using all month. So this is the CHANTECA Compact Soleil Bronzer in Capri. I've not been using it as bronzer, I've been using it as a blush. And it's just gorgeous. It's like a really neutral peachy shade. It gives me like a really nice healthy glow. And when I've been looking for something a little bit more pinky, with a little bit more flush, I've been reaching for this Surratt Artistic blush, and oh my gosh, I can't think of the name right now, but I'll flash it up on the screen. I'll definitely have everything linked down below in my description box. But anyway, this is a little bit more pink, and I usually kind of like mix all three of these together and kind of do like a whole hodgepodge for my cheeks, but I've really been focusing on this particular shade down here, just to give me more of a rosy kind of hint and hue to my cheeks. And this even has sort of like a nice kind of satin sheen to it, so I don't know, it acts as a really nice like blush, and if you're too crunched for time and you don't have time for highlighter, it kind of gives like a nice highlighty effect to that area all by itself. So I've been loving this blush as well. I've been loving. And then there's two highlighters that I've been loving. This is the Le Signe du Lion. Am I saying that right at all? Le Signe du Lion highlighter from Chanel. This is the limited edition one with the red cover. It came in two shades. One is like an Or Gold or Blanc, and then this is the Or Rose. I've been reaching for the Or Rose more than the Or Blanc. The Or Blanc is a little bit too silvery for me. This is a little bit more of like a natural, quote unquote natural kind of highlight for my skin. The tone is really, really nice. It gives my skin that wet finish that I really love. And I did a whole video on some Chanel stuff that I picked up, and you'll see me try this one on. I'll try and remember to link the video right up here if you're interested in looking. I will put it down in my description box. And the other highlighter that I've been reaching for quite a bit, and I was a little bit surprised at how much I liked this. I don't know why. But this is the Gucci limited edition illuminating powder in the shade Sunstone. This is the one with the butterfly on there. So I've really been focusing my brush up here because I don't want the butterfly to fade. I really thought when I opened this up, I don't know if it's coming across on camera, but it is deep looking, and I didn't think that it was actually going to be a great match for my skin, but it's lovely. It's like a really peachy golden kind of sheen, and again, it has that wet look that I really, really love, and it's a lot more peachy and it's a lot lighter. See how that looks on my hand compared to how it looks in the pan? It's so much darker in the pan than how it comes off. So been absolutely loving this. It's so gorgeous. The powder is so silky. I just love it. I hope that it's still available because it is limited edition. If it is, I will link it down below. If it's not available, I'm so sorry. The next time Gucci comes out with a highlighter though, snatch it up because this is great. This one is really, really great. And then for eyes. Okay, now I've mentioned this a few times because I just did a Top 5 Tuesdays on eyeshadow palettes, but I've been reaching for this guy a lot. This is that BAREMINERALS Hidden Treasure palette. I just love it. I just love it. It has pretty much everything I need for, sorry, it's really shiny. It pretty much has everything I need for just an everyday, neutral, cool or warm look. It's just my go-to palette. It's really, really handy. I mean, I've heard a lot of people call it many, many different names, but you know, it's basic, it's boring, it's, you know, this, it's that. But really at the end of the day, it's not like I'm always doing a super colorful, smoky, you know, heavy, glittery kind of eye. This is just great everyday shades. The quality is there. It stays on my lids all day. The longevity is there, which I love. It's just wonderful. It's like if I just am not thinking about my makeup, I'm just, you know, I just need to kind of put a look together. This has been a godsend. So love this Hidden Treasure palette. This is another one that I think is limited edition. I do believe it's still available. Again, I will link it down below. And if it's not, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I hate talking about limited edition products, especially if you can't get them. So I apologize if it's out. Anyway, moving on. The Tom Ford Private Eyeshadows. I've made a couple of videos on these already, but I just really, really love them. I didn't want to bring them all out. They're just, all the ones that I've purchased, I really, really love. But these two I just sort of had around. This is the Blue Velvet shade in Vinyl. I love it. And then this is the Body Double colorway in Vinyl. And they're just lovely. All the finishes I really love. The paillette finish is the one that's like the chunkier, glittery finish. I think that finish is probably the most difficult to work with. But all the other ones, the Vinyl, Ultra Suede, the Suede, and then there's a fourth one that I can't remember now. Again, sorry, I'm very tired. But I'm just loving these eyeshadows. They're just really, really high quality, well done, super creamy. I'm just really, really gorgeous eyeshadows. So I've been enjoying those. And along with that, I have been really, really enjoying the Tom Ford Eye Kohl Intense in Metallic Mink. This is the one that my friend recommended to me. This is the kind of rich brown metallic shade. You can't see that. It has like a coppery metallic to it. It's just stunning. It's a really beautiful shade. I love it, and I know, like, I used to love the ease of like twist up pencils, but those always dry out way too quickly for me. So now I really appreciate the ones that you actually have to sharpen. I just like them much more, and that's what this is. This is one of those sharpened ones. So I've purchased a whole bunch of other colors, but I think I need to just get like the black and the brown, just like basic ones, just to have in my arsenal because they're great. They go on smoothly, they're, you know, pigmented, all those things. They don't move. When I do tight line with it, I do see a little bit of transfer to my lower lid here. But other than that, if I just, you know, line my upper lash line, lower lash line, even if I use it on my waterline a little bit, which I don't do often, I don't see it smudge or transfer at all. They're really, really awesome. So I love these pencils. So for lips, I really don't have that much to mention because I feel like I've just been going on and on about the Pat McGrath Luxe Trans lipsticks, and I'm still loving those. I'm still using them. I still love them. And the only thing I wanted to mention was her new liquid lipsticks, and I love the SLAY-OMI color, and I love it paired with the Bronze Astral Vinyl Gloss. This makes for such an amazing combo pair. Absolutely love it. And for someone who does not like liquid lipsticks, this is a really nice formula. It doesn't dry down completely, so you never really get that super dry feeling, which I appreciate. I would much rather reapply than have that feeling on my lips. So I've been loving this and this combo. And then for my final favorite, I have been consistently spraying myself with this all over. This is the Byredo Pulp fragrance. I'm definitely late to this Byredo game because I went in the store and I tested like the two that I feel like everyone talks about, Gypsy Water and Mojave Ghost, and I don't like either of those. There's like an undertone in both of those that I don't like. It's like I like them initially, and then as soon as like the top notes kind of like disappear, I don't like what's left behind. But I decided to revisit them, and I just went straight to the rep that was there, and I said, you know, I really like fresh, clean, citrus-leaning type of scents, and he led me to Pulp. So I purchased this when I was in Chicago a few weeks ago, and have been using it ever since. It just smells great. I mean, it does have a very, very citrusy, fresh kind of scent, but what I love about it is it smells like a citrus cocktail. It really smells like a drink, like one of those fruity drinks that really kind of like fucks you up and you're like totally hungover the next day. That's what this smells like. Byredo Pulp. Really, really love it. And I think that's it for my favorites. I feel like I've been talking forever, yet I also feel like I'm forgetting a lot of things. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please give it a thumbs up if you did. Please subscribe down below if you haven't already, and I will see you in my next video.